this was a faster, crazy show tonight. So if you want to subscribe in this channel and you want to subscribe to, so you get one free excuses below. Watch it on my excuses below. No advocates below on my screen below. So if you want to buy something, such like a Nintendo Switch, and you want to buy something, so if you want to buy like a Nintendo Switch, you get free 35% off when you pre-code. So you get a Nintendo Switch, a PS5 or Xbox Series, and want to buy something to my stuff, and I've been doing this for every single week. So let's go between just full tonight on AEW of Boss and Guts. So I'll go with so tonight, so it'll be, I'll say 15 without the 10. So this was an amazing show tonight. So this was crazy tonight in Boss and Guts. This was insane. So let's go live right here. So let's break down for results at Blood and Guts of women's and men's. So here's number one of women's Blood and Guts. So that was it last time in Asses. Agent of Mercedes Moné alongside Athena lost to Ray Nightingale and Harley Cameron on Dynamite on November 5th. Megan Bain and Anya defeating Mia Sakura on Dynamite on November 5th. So it wasn't until Semi Halo, Anya defeated Sky Blue and Takeover with Anya defeating Harley Cameron and all inclusive on November 8th with Sonny Hart and Sky Blue, and they are Anya defeating Semi Halo and Clay Amada on Dynamite October 29th. Agent of Chris Stanangelo on defeated Topless Tony Storm to retain the AEW Women's World Championship at Wrestling Dream October 18th. So, after between the blood flowed only in the often in this bottle. Anya brought the two sides and was looked entirely masses throughout the hills and news deal of also will to reveal out the faces the triangle of madness. Anya managed to escape the caves and pull out of most of their competition just left Mini Sakura and Tony Storm who overwhelmed into the ring, and the topless one has quit to protect Mini Sakura. And this was an incredible match from the start to the finish. After the pacing of 45 minutes, no slack hope. This was normally by a quarrel of weapons from each of top wrestlers in Blood and Guts has always had the issues of going too long, but this when exciting has it needed to ending. Ended with a perfect emotional climax. And it is hard to imagine what AEW had slight plans. I thought the ending before Mary Sakura was inserted into the ashes, and but Tony Storm submitting to protect the love of her life made so much sense. It made the hills look like whistleboard masterminds. So also Model 81 had their time. This was a real showcase for Mina Seville, and once she arrived late, it was about the last, especially compared she always looked posed and saw herself as the most dangerous women's inside the ring. So after the Triangle of Madness, Maggie Bang and Mina Seville sparking quite a emotional moment off is when they stood tall over 6 of the top of women's in AEW. And once the explosive fashions initially gave the AEW women's world champion plenty of fresh silencers in the coming months as he can undefeating Mercedes Moné. After wins that CEO did with custody in her role, but the goal of her because it was serving her after was just raising heat with Chris Stanley that was in both trial with multiple spots. So anyway, on this match, Megan Bang, Mia Seville, Marcy Monet, Sony Hart, Sky Blue, and Tigla. So also wanted this could have also main eventual. The crowd was sparkly hot for this has an orbital constantly engaged in the whipping enforcers. And when Sky Blue was busted open into the opening to stretch out against Renata Gill and had a full cosmic mask. So I was to try out the most in the match. The match was smartly opened with the sister of the son of Babes with a laugh for the do upcoming tournament all-inclusive Triangle of Madness with the money to together and showed how dangerous they can be. So after when Tinkler has arrived with this belt has strapped to her boot, it was ripping off of her competition with Sammy Hill and brought in a Bobby bottle candlestick. After when Chris Stanley arrived with a pull clue that she broke her and making Bank back as well has. So Annual has the AEW Women's World Championship around her waist. After when the CEO handed out her forcing championship to her partners to lose hands of weapons against their opponents. After of Money asserted her just a guess at getting her opponent's blood on her. After when Mia Seville took Christianity out to the caves, he was went out. After insane her back forced onto a bed of nails. Was it in a callback to a Hollywood ending? A stone taped up her hands and dropped them in was a glass, causing both Mia Seville and making bang. So Harley Quinn has braced Knuckles and her with Puppet Monet, the CEO, whipped away the puppet only to get punched inside the face. After when Cristiano and Monet took Ezo out outside. So here's the next match. So have false count anyway match. They get Heyman and Pace. And we go 1-1 against Powerhouse Hobbs. Also last time in Athens, Powerhouse Hobbs alongside with Samoa Joe and Kate Sabana just level on your fitting the World Trios Championship against Heyman Adam Page and Eddie Kingston and Hook on Dynamite on November 5th. Heyman Adam Page and Powerhouse Hobbs started this fight into the ring, but frankly to brought to the outside. So after between their fight went into the crowd with the Cowboy sent Hobbs also performed through a table and into wrestling equipment. The painful to follow was a manic. Also afterward, Quesadilla butter and so to struck and also tried to trap Heyman into Morgan's cage. Instead, Eddie Kingston and Hook has survived to save the Cowboy, Heyman and Page. After when Heyman and then declared Heyman fight Samoan submission hold machine at full gear inside a steel case. So, and this was a fun ball that sold the threat that Hobbs can pose against anyone, and while it's still showing why Heyman is a top man in this business. After the finish allowed the Cowboy to eliminate Powerhouse from the question, leaving Samoa Joe with just one early going into full gear between the starts next week. So also adding the staircase, the stipulation also should keep there's a fall fight, but just some interesting elements heading into the balance. And in their fourth match, Samoa Joe was always going to lose, but this time it feels less with the OPPS were to add a big surprise, the fourth man at full gear to hope Samoa Joe, and that could turn the tide and give Samoa Joe a second world title the longest way. Anderson Cody makes a rematch also better and costly, so beats the main event for Gale. So, in the winner of this match, Heyman Adam Page. Powerhouse has an offensive match by leaving off pinning from the turnbuckle and Heyman went off over with more decoy. The Powerhouse teams sending the cowboy through the announce table. Heyman was carried with a back body drop to the floor. After into Hobbs was it Noni took the win with a body buster to a table into the crowd. The aftermath with Eddie and Hook trapped inside the case with him was teasing a shocking hair tone, but it would make more sense to have it at full gear whatever it does. So, speaking by due to protest, Ricky said the Dragon Steamboat from FTR. So, speaking by Chauncey already induced the Dragon Steamboat, who repented on his wrestling history before FTR has to interrupt. Cass Wheeler and Dax Hall is jockey halfway has been teased. Ricky said a Dragon Steamboat and then was afraid to beat him down even after he was closely leaving the ring. And Ricky said Dragon Steamboat said, "No, I'm not gonna do that. No way." Andy went into Bondier and Brody King safe. Ricky set a Dragon Steamboat and even let him trump some classic shots at Dax. It wasn't even really 2.5 hour broadcast as it was running long with how long the main event was going to be. So, into with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat has never been the best pommel salesman, and he was struggling a bit down the stretch with his lines. So, into FTR it pulled out the national lessons to just disbanded to set up a Bandido arrive to make the save. Luckily, it was odd for the Serbians to take so long, and when the end result was infallible, has a further hype for this tag team rivalry it was. So even with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, a parliament did not feel menacing. So, after a while, Ric Flair was to announce to be in attendance. He may appear with his was the best even in North Carolina. FTR also follows from Ricky the Steamboat retirement match, and where he teamed with Dax Hall and Cass Wheeler in a big time wrestling. After it looked like Dax may have been hoping to feed Ricky the Dragon Steamboat his lines in the air to help push just along. So also in the parking lot, so John Kai's family beat down Source Express, and then it told a young bucks. They started showing that a family starts next week. So here's the main event for tonight's. So we got men's blood and guts. So it wasn't last time in Ashes Pack on defeating Tomohiro Ohashi on Dynamite October 22nd, and Wheeler Huda and Danny Garcia lost to Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy, and Kyle O'Reilly went to the double countout against Shawn Moxley on Dynamite October 29th. Legend win Mark Briscoe and Robert Strong and Commando on defeating AFI on the Coulson on November 4th, and Career category on defeating Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin on defeating Dan Garcia on Dynamite on November 5th, and Robert Strong on defeating Jon Moxley on the Coulson on November 8th. So, what's the early answer in this match? Mark Briscoe was ruled out of the asses due to a backstage attack from the Don Callis family. So also just allowed the Dev Waddles to document as the match currently began. So also however second has been refused to remain rolled out and arrived with the weapons he got and turned the tide, and Gabe Kidd arrived to help take out Darby Allin, but was the spotting Dome for the babyface with the word we instance. Wasn't even with the devil is out of the pencil to the CONCOMERATION is spelled. So after he took out the Dev Waddles and set the win, when Kyle O'Reilly made Moxley tap out to the gap, fine angle lock. That was it while it went longer and had Emmett Moore covered the blood. The men's World Games match. Magic was not able to live up to the women's look. It was most better piece. So I think it is weird that Buzz and Guts, aka World Games books when the babyface has a fossil butt, and the team did enough to suit the demonic shift with new intentions, just to set a contest. Also, however, this match did turn in emotional, positive expressions once 81 got involved between the asses. So, argument the Mark Briscoe injury has delayed the full-time fight. He was to ramp up the drama to followed by Gabe Kidd, and was noticed that the odds against Wallace second got into the mix. Argument between the end results was an exciting combinations of the last months, where KOR was a Moxley was a KOY planted heat symbol was the better wrestle down to stretch out and finally got to make so that whilst Leo has to tap out. So in this contest was the biggest star, mega spotlight, and Kyle O'Reilly could have ever asked for, and he comes out and just looking like he could gussy on defeating anyone into the business. So I'm also overside, and Martin Ingram feels his team and shows he cannot live up to his board. He was a queen inside of buzzing guts. So also while and this was no time for aftermath, and yet it's likely to follow through for Moxley, who is content to face a wrath of his own to make soon. So, in the winner on this match, Kyle O'Reilly, Owens Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, Robert Strong, and Darby Allin. Darby Allin pulled out it's about a skateboard. So he grabbed a skateboard and he held this with a tongue tax when his report went into let it hurt back on the instant in this match. Owens Cassidy arrived with his sunglasses. There's only two. Let me cross them up and stab into already to bleeding the forehead and all where the hood where a face if also just felt like Darby Allin and Owens Cassidy hasn't like young Derek Waddles only but Mark Briscoe was attacked at backstage. It wasn't turning such a tide of a match. Wasn't in impulsive showing of strength. Corey Cassidy wasn't to swing him and Darby Allin, and also while Owens Cassidy was trying to soak him out on his solos. And to win, Moxley arrived maybe this fork. He was poking on their head before and it broke and over anyone in this fight. He also found limited other weapons in the women's blood and guts into them in. His pack has arrived. The Daredevil caught the Devils with a common drop from the caves. It was necessarily injured Mark Briscoe and really hurt fought to the top where after KOR helped to bring up this what's it called? Oh yeah. So Kelly White to help him. He must grab the seals and Mark Briscoe got his ropes. He was heading back up to him. Anya shoots at the wolf with a hook and gave Kid help pack, said Darby Allin to a framing table also the stage ramp. So the Daredevil was really on follow for a second afterward. And it went Moxley and tried to make Kyle O'Reilly to tap to sing. So after we were just saying, assisted to Bulldog, Soak, but KOR wing to reverse and Owens Cassidy arrived to save KOR from Korean category was ready to break in his neck with a steel seal. He was wrapped around on his neck. There was a joint that tied towards the wind. So it was a good match. I loved it. So here's our last one here for tonight's. So here was a overall show. And yes, it was a special show, as AEW could possibly deliver the two Boston Guts, Massive Weird and Quarrel, and was clearly delivered the Spectacle also a night, the only old match on the main card, and this of him and Adam Page against Powerhouse Hobbs was also great and did not lose out on Spectacle Deposit walking on the same night has too long of bloody case matches. I guess the only disappointing part of the show was a forgettable Sausman with FTR was hustling Ricky Steamboat and Jack Blanford like a blimp on this night. So also has a Dynamite. This could not be better. Has the last and combination of blood and guts is out. The sign is possibly pills. Thanks to the work of the women's into opener. Even Forget will have a dedicated time to following up the one of the best wrestling shows of the year. AEW has constantly delivered on pay-per-view this year. So good luck to anyone on the cruising. And next week we're trying to keep some moment after a spot on Dynamite. So that was a overall grade A+. I love this match. So yes, it was an incredible night. So let's go to my YouTube Q&A poll for tonight's. So what do you guys think of tonight's AEW Blood and Guts match? So what do you guys think of you guys on live super set? Comment below what do you guys think of tonight's. So let me know. What your comments to respond to my this live super set right here. And you want to talk about saying so let's go to my YouTube Q&A polls. So got 92% like you saw tonight on AEW Blood and Guts. 3% is alright. 8% didn't like it. So 92% it was a great show. I loved it so much. So let's go to my Twitter poll. Give me 1 second here. So you get 3% liked it, 3% is alright, and 3% didn't like it. So thank you for showing here tonight on AEW Blood and Guts. So we must see you guys on. Hold on, give me 1 second here. Hold on. So we must see you guys this Friday on Friday Night SmackDown. This Friday, and I'm gonna see you guys on probably next week on 17th on Monday Night Raw. It's so much more. So, so next week I'll have AEW Dynamite on 19th, and we have we got Raw, AEW, and we have SmackDown 24th, and we have AJ Full Gear on 22nd. So I'm gonna see you guys on Friday and finally next week as well. So let me see to my notes here. So next week we have on Wednesday on November 19th in Boston, Maine. On Saturday, AJ Full Gear on November 22nd. And I'm not going to talk about AEW Thanksgiving. So I'm going to talk about that next. So I was at your fasted match tonight. I love this. Oh, here's the next one. I didn't win Moxley tabs again. I feel something is about to break with the Death Bottles. It might be coming to an end soon. After with Gabe Kidd returning, I could see the Death Bottles turn on some Moxley, and then Gabe Kidd has still new little. I think. So what do you guys think about this? I think it's funny that along the story they are turning the Death Bottles are going to turn on him. He might. So now he will. So next Wednesday, like nothing happens next. I just want to see Moxley and the Death Bottles go away for a bit. So you guys agree on that? So let me know what you guys think about this here. I bet about Daniel Garcia had a look of disappointment. So obviously they finally set up the end with a missing how Kyle O'Reilly had beating Moxley twice. Super fun, so overall I got. We can only hope. I think Game Kid takes all the Jeff Waddles. He might be could turn on Moxley. He might be in a little. So we might place out for next week. So we might find out soon. So let's wait and see to play out with the full story here. So, and they need to go away soon. About 100% right. So, it might be good, I think. They may have said, but they was go away very, very soon. So that's my opinion. So, but I'm saying this. Speaking of Renee Paquette, these kids are sick bless of AEW. So after of today, it'll be 24 years ago on this date says that the Hardy Boys want the fifth WWE World Tag Team title by undefeating Test and Booker T 5 times. Athletic grades between his Alice's blood and guts. I love that thing. Let me see here anymore. So, the Super Bowl CM L has the old title belt for CM L for the oval belt. So, I'm gonna watch WWE Evolve when I get done here soon. So it's only about almost 10:31. So I'm gonna watch that soon. And this heavyweight has been moved to the WWE Arm Scissors since now. I guess he had in this heavyweight remove some arm paves. Who? I think. Let me see here. So Tony Khan names Screw O'Neal has a history, none wrestled signing to AEW. So, speaking of Screw O'Neal, he's a great basketball player. He's been doing AEW for years. It's been a long time for him. I got Screw O'Neal. Look at his height. He is 7'1" on his height. He's a tall dude. I like Screw O'Neal. He's my favorite. So he was a 7'1", I think. He has been with AEW for how long? Hold on, give me 1 second here, guys. I'll say it back in 2020, Screw O'Neal and AEW All Elite Wrestling, he made a memorable appearance. So, that's been a long time. Since back in 2020. Just a years then. So, speaking of him, hold on, give me 1 second here, guys. Let me see here, hold on. So, I feel like that time has passed. I'm pretty sure Screw O'Neal will take one of those high-paying contracts. But he might. I just made Screw O'Neal against Baszler. Can Cody be done now? Screw O'Neal will finally sign AEW or any company with the money is right for him. Screw O'Neal about to get old rings that's not the NBA kind. and yet we only had to pay him $50 million a year. I think between School O'Neil will join WWE than have MD AEW. I think he's not coming to an area have MD. I think he won't put a monsters away into the company. This coolest clown with bunch of School O'Neil as well. School O'Neil in AEW will be boring to me because he was once in the WWE. So it's a good thing to Kate won't was it a spot in the WWE game on him. So he's always said he's not getting into a ring ever again. So, but this is about money talks. This is all about money. So Tony Khan has been praised to K25 just before. So why will anyone want to sign a non-top wrestler like that? Because he's Cody Rhodes' friend. He doesn't know who TK. So I like Tony Khan. He was a crackhead, and Tony Khan is on strong METS, no, METH, but he was. How about Q2 Marcel said he didn't tell Screw about the table bump, or Screw wanted a class and pad and they didn't put one. Plus I saw some NBA fans suggest Screw went on some show, said he wasn't getting sense. He couldn't walk for the rest of the week. Scared him away. So Tony Khan is a clown. He's an idiot. But let's be honest. I think he will never make appearance instead a dog this company. I think so. Saying that let me see. Oh yeah, so yeah, 3 hour special. It starts next Wednesday. Sweet Live Hour Special starts next week. Says Lady Gas now in front of Mason because King Omega might be returning. Starts next week. So I'm gonna wrap this up for tonight. So thank you for watching this review tonight. AEW Boston Guts. So have it Wednesday. Have a great night. So I'm gonna wrap this up right here. So we get one sticker in Station Occupy Spotify Radio, podcast, anything is so much more. So have a great Wednesday, have a great night, and we might see you guys on Friday on Friday Night SmackDown, and so much more. So have a great Wednesday. Second this time. Have a good one, guys. Peace.